In the early days of live streaming, the concept of sharing one's daily life with a virtual audience was novel, even thrilling. Streamers like Ice Poseidon led this new form of content, pioneering the IRL in real-life format, where audiences could accompany them virtually through unpredictable environments. But as the medium evolved, so did its risks. The spontaneity and unscripted nature of IRL streams made them a magnet for disruptive figures, bystanders, attention seekers, and even potential threats. These goons are individuals who, motivated by attention, clout, or even malice, try to insert themselves into these streams, pushing boundaries and often endangering the streamer. In the following incidents, we see streamers taking a stand, each moment marked by real-time tension that brings their vulnerability into focus. Ice Poseidon's Melbourne attack, the shocking spray incident. Ice Poseidon, already infamous for his high-risk, high-reward approach to streaming, brought IRL content to mainstream audiences by immersing himself in unpredictable street environments. This particular day in Melbourne was meant to be another casual stream, capturing local city life. But Ice's openness, which allowed fans and strangers alike to approach him at any moment, left him exposed. When an unknown man suddenly sprayed a substance into Ice's eyes, the split-second shock turned a peaceful outing into chaos.
I thought you would.
1 minute. He's coming. What the f is that? What? What did you spray on my face?
I'm sorry.
What was it?
It was a pepper spray.
What was it? Fucking asshole.
Viewers were struck by Ice's vulnerability, witnessing his instant reaction to both physical pain and betrayal. Not knowing what had been sprayed added to the tension, as Ice's instincts kicked in, driving him to pursue the assailant. This dramatic, unscripted response highlighted the risks inherent to IRL streaming, a genre that Ice had almost single-handedly popularized. The altercation escalated as Ice, blinded but undeterred, demanded answers before ultimately agreeing to let the police intervene. This incident stands as a raw example of how IRL streamers, though often accompanied by friends or bodyguards, remain startlingly exposed to the dangers of the real world. JackDs' Miami encounter. Unmasking the clout chaser. For JackDs, his Miami encounter was a frustrating reminder of the entitlement that can come with public recognition. Known for his lighthearted interactions and positive engagement with fans, Jack didn't anticipate the sharp turn in tone when a stranger insulted him on the street. The stranger, seemingly unprovoked, launched into a tirade filled with homophobic slurs, a move calculated to provoke a reaction.
Okay, I don't know who you're talking about, but either way, it's like we never met. Right? I wouldn't call you a name like that.
You wanna get clout off of this too?
No, I don't care to get clout off of this. You were the one that shouted.
I don't care about clout.
You don't know who I am. You don't know who
No one cares who you are.
What happened?
You hang out with my boy Orlando. You hang out with Shane.
Gabe.
You hang out with DJ Getty.
Come on. Hey.
Jack's decision to confront the man marked a departure from his usual easygoing demeanor. Instead of ignoring the aggressor, he met him head-on, stripping away any pretense of friendliness.
Just move around. Your buddy's trying to save you from an ass whooping. Just move around.
An ass whooping. Touch me, bro.
I got you.
Touch me. Touch me. You don't know who I am, bro. Look up. Have your little streamer
No
look
one
up
cares who you
logistics.
are. No one cares, bro.
I got over 131 million plus views on Facebook. Go try me.
By challenging the man to go bank account for bank account, Jack showcased his confidence in a way that allowed viewers to see beyond his typical on-stream persona.
And I promise you, bro. I promise you, bro. You fucking with the wrong one, bro.
I'm not fucking with anyone but a clown. You're a clown. You're a 31-year-old clown. You're a clown.
I'm a clown?
You're a bum.
Bro,
look at you. Keep walking.
You ever won your whole goddamn entire life, bro.
All right, then let's go mill for mill right now. Pull up a bank account.
I promise you, bro.
Pull out your bank account right now. Let's go mill for mill.
I promise you.
Let's go mill for mill.
What, clout? For clout?
Let's go. Yeah, you say you have more money than me. Let's go. Let's go mill for mill.
Look up Bernard Logistics.
Pull out. Show me $1 million. Show me $1 million cash right now.
I ain't got a
Show me $1 million cash if you make more money than me, bro. Who's a bigger bitch? The guy yelling from behind the corner, calling me a bitch, or me just standing here?
This moment reinforced the streamer's maturity in handling hostile confrontations, calling attention to the frustrations of constant public exposure while underscoring the resilience needed to deflect personal attacks. Jack's confidence wasn't just about flaunting wealth, but revealing the absurd lengths to which clout chasers would go for a quick moment of attention. Vitalis' Vigilante moment, exposing a predator. Vitalis' career began with outlandish pranks and high-energy content, but as his platform grew, he turned to more serious matters, taking a stand against online predators. bystanders. In collaboration with Ty Dolla $ign, Vitalis organized a sting operation to confront a 73-year-old man whom they had caught inappropriately messaging a minor.
Whatever you think, whatever you think.
Welcome to our game show.
What the fuck?
How are you? How are you?
Very good. Hey,
what's up, buddy?
What are you doing?
What's up? What's up, buddy? Why you want to meet a 15-year-old boy? You ain't your own shit.
This decision represented a stark shift in content, reflecting Vitalis' sense of moral duty to expose a serious threat. Confronting the man was both a risk and a responsibility. Live streaming the encounter added an extra layer of intensity as Vitalis' audience bore witness to the raw, emotional toll of addressing such a dark issue.
Come here.
You caught him too.
Well, I'm just a friend.
Watch out, Sam.
Okay, so what is this
That's
all
you.
about? Oh, shit!
Just explain to him why you want to meet a 15-year-old boy. That's the boss. That's the man right
I
here.
was very clear that I'm meeting as a friend, and that's it.
We have everything. We have all the records, all the texts, all the calls.
Dick pics.
You're a nasty ass man.
Yours the clown.
You sent dick pics right here. We have your cock.
You sent dick pics to a 15-year-old? Ah, yeah.
His refusal to allow the man any room for excuses, even confronting him with incriminating evidence on camera, underscored his zero-tolerance stance. This incident highlighted the potential of streaming to serve as a tool for justice, albeit at significant personal risk to the streamer.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed.
Hey, I hope those women follow you, homie. I hope they follow you, dog. I got kids, homeboy. I got kids.
No.
Vitalis' boldness in confronting the predator cemented his position as a content creator willing to step beyond entertainment, using his platform to raise awareness on an often overlooked issue. Sonat and the persistent clout chaser, a frustrating déjà vu. For Sonat, the public's fascination with him became a double-edged sword, especially when he found himself once again in the sights of a notorious clout chaser, the intruder, who had previously pulled a bizarre publicity stunt at the Game Awards, was no stranger to creating viral moments by interrupting others.
Hey, Matan. You know, real quick, I want to thank everybody and say that I think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi, Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
Recognizing him immediately, Kai demonstrated his deep familiarity with the chaotic nature of live events. His ability to quickly direct his bodyguards to keep the intruder away showcased both his vigilance and exhaustion from dealing with repeated disruptions.
Yo, I've seen him before. How you doing? What the hell? What's going on? You're the most random person. You're not with us. You're not with us, but I've definitely seen you before. No. You're not with us. I'm not even about to. Yeah, he recording. You recording. You're not with us. Yo, Cuddy, don't let him follow.
Even after being spotted, the clout chaser was undeterred, attempting to disguise himself to approach Kai again.
Can I get a quick photo? Yeah, quick. Whoa, bro, stop doing that, bro. Stop doing that, bro. I just wanted a quick photo. You're trying to be low. Stop doing that. Keep doing that, bro. Like, you're not low. Come on, you ain't being mad annoying. Why you disturbed?
He disguised, like, come on.
This persistent pursuit underscored a recurring theme in Kai's streaming career, the ever-present challenge of navigating fame while safeguarding his personal boundaries. For Kai, this was more than an annoyance. It was a reminder of how his success attracts those willing to cross lines, testing his patience and composure in front of a massive audience. Speed's soccer stadium confrontation, an unwanted rivalry. In the streaming world, Darren Speed Watkins is known for his vibrant personality and fiery responses. But even for him, a casual day at a soccer game turned into an unexpected confrontation. Immersed in the match, Speed was blindsided when an opposing fan physically shoved him, sending his phone flying.
Watch that. So look at that. Hey, bro. Bro. What the Yo. What the
The disruption jarred Speed out of his excitement, leaving him both stunned and furious. For Speed, this was more than just an altercation. It was an attack on his personal space in a setting where he least expected it.
Put your hands on me, bro. Why did he put his hands on me, bro? I didn't even touch him. I didn't even touch him, bro. I didn't touch him, bro. Why did he put his hand on me, bro? Bro, I didn't put his hands on him, bro. If you had a problem, you could have said that to him, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. If you had a problem, say something, bro. You got a verbal, bro. You don't put your hand. You don't put your hand. You don't do that. You can't, bro.
Hey, bro, if he had a seat, take a seat.
The incident emphasized the challenges streamers face in controlling their environment, especially when their reactions are constantly being scrutinized by fans and detractors alike. For Speed, the moment was a harsh reminder of how his public persona, known for high energy and intensity, could make him a target even in an otherwise lighthearted setting. His reaction, filled with both disbelief and confrontation, underscored the ongoing struggle for IRL streamers to find peace in public spaces. Silky So White's domestic showdown, family drama, goes live streaming can be an isolating pursuit, with some family members struggling to see it as a legitimate career. Silky So White's on-stream conflict with his stepfather revealed a deeply personal struggle that resonates with countless other creators. For Silky, who had been working tirelessly to establish himself in the streaming world, this argument was a painful and all too public reminder of the tension at home. His stepfather, fueled by alcohol, berated him for not having a real job and demanded immediate financial contributions. Unaware of the nuanced pressures of Silky's online career, the heated exchange quickly escalated when Silky, exhausted from repeated verbal attacks, finally fought back, asserting his independence and demanding respect for his career.
Money when it's owed, not when you want it. That's not how it goes.
The phone bill's owed right now.
Okay. Okay. Okay then.
You don't have a job, Kevin.
Keep talking.
You don't have a fucking job.
I do though. I get money. I just gave you money, did I not? Even though you weren't even owed that.
$1?
Where's the other money, you broke ass?
Give me a
what
dollar?
The I just gave you like $56. What the fuck are you talking about?
You tucked it down my shirt.
Yeah. Pick up the money and go. You were owed money. You got it. Whatever. There you go. You didn't even know because it was underneath your fucking boobs. What are you doing? Go upstairs.
You want to know how bad I am?
Upstairs.
Go upstairs. How bad I am? Want to know how bad I am?
You're drunk and he's gonna kick the right out of you.
You can't walk.
Moments later, this incident resonated with viewers, many of whom empathized with Silky's plight, as it highlighted the sacrifices and misunderstandings that often accompany a career in streaming. For Silky, the confrontation was both a release of pent-up frustration and a stand for his legitimacy as a creator, a moment that exposed the emotional complexity of his journey to an audience far larger than he could have anticipated. These incidents reveal the unseen toll that constant public exposure exacts on streamers. Unlike traditional celebrities, streamers live in a constant state of openness, with minimal separation between their private and public lives. This unique aspect of streaming means that every interaction, whether with fans, family, or even strangers, is often conducted under the unblinking eye of a camera. The role of entertainer often extends beyond gaming and social commentary, requiring a balance between personal security, emotional resilience, and content creation. As audiences tune in to witness these raw and often shocking moments, they see not only the thrill of live content, but also the very real vulnerability that these creators endure. The future of streaming may bring changes in how streamers protect themselves, but for now, these unforgettable encounters serve as a testament to the resilience required to survive and thrive in the streaming world. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Let me know in the comment section which of these moments you think is the most humiliating. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.